Yo, what up you guys, HSTS here, and I'm gonna review Marvel Universe Punisher. For his accessories, he comes with these two pistols. They have some detail on it right here at the top of the pistol. There is like silver there, so very cool. And then he does come with this knife, as well as this other gun. And he also comes with that stupid comic book shot thingy-majigger. Getting closer into the figure, the head sculpt is very cool. I like the expression on his face. It's like a grumpy type of grumpy type of look, which looks really cool. I also like how the hair is painted. Very nicely done. It has like a glossy type of shiny paint into it, which looks really cool. My favorite part about this figure is the skull. The skull looks dead on. I do like the paint shading on it because there's like a baby blue, some type of blue mixing in with the white, which just looks really cool. And what is also cool is the belt here. This part raises up, so this part right here, I guess, represents the mouthpiece of the skull, which just looks really cool. Just looks awesome. And then it has more of that blue shading all around the belt as well. And then there's even the blue shading on the gloves, even the holsters for the guns, and even on the boots. And what I like on this left boot is, I guess he has a knife, machete, I don't know, but he has like a dagger or something. It's kind of like a knife. He has a knife strapped onto his boot, which just looks really cool. And there's more of that blue shading going on here as well. So overall, this figure is really cool. The paint application, sculpting, detail, everything about this figure is awesome. For his articulation, his head goes up pretty high and it does go down pretty well. And it does go 360, arms go 360, and they go in and out 360. That's the bicep. Single jointed elbows and 360 at the wrist, and then he has that diaphragm joint that goes up and down and 360. He does have waist articulation, but it is restricted by the belt, the holsters, and the strap thingy that goes around his thighs. And if you could kind of see, he does have waist articulation. You could see that little cut right there, and it is very hard to move because it is really restricted. So you could barely move it. You can move it like just a millimeter or something. But yeah, as you can see, you could barely move it. But anyways, he does have leg articulation that goes up and down and in and out. It also gets restricted just a little bit from the belt and then the holsters and then that weird strap that goes around the thigh. As you can see, it barely gets restricted. Of course, on the in and out, it does get restricted. But yeah, it doesn't get restricted as much as the waist articulation gets restricted. And then on his thigh swivel, that is restricted as well. It's supposed to go 360, but it can't because the holster here restricts it. So that's sad, but oh well. At least it has double jointed knees, and then 360 has a calf, and the foot goes up and down, and ankle pivot. But the thing about the ankle pivot is the right ankle pivots it fine, but on the left ankle, this thing kind of restricts it. It kind of gets in the way, but not as bad as the waist. As the waist is restricted, it is kind of restricted. This thing, the knife, kind of gets in the way, but doesn't get in the way too bad. It still works fine. So the articulation is good. It's a little restricted, but you could still pull off some cool Punisher poses. One good thing that there is the belt thingy, and then this holster that connects to the belt, and then that strap that wraps around the thigh, is because some Marvel Universe figures, the leg just randomly comes off for some reason. I had a Guardian figure, the bicep just snapped off for some reason, but I was still able to put it back on. But I have a Spider-Man figure that the leg keeps on snapping off and stuff, and I have to just snap it back in. But it's good that this holster is connected to the belt, which there's a strap right here, so the legs, if it ever falls off, which I doubt it will, it's still in place and you could put it back on easier. So I think that's good why the holster and there's a strap and it's connected to the belt, even though it could restrict some points of articulation. Okay, now that I reviewed Punisher, I'll just review the box quickly. So starting at the top, it has nice artwork of Punisher right here, and it says Marvel Universe, and then it says Punisher right here, and then it also says includes collectible comic book shot, which I don't really care for, and it is this thingy. At the side here, it shows that he is figure number 13 in series. So at the back of the package, it says series 4, figure number 13. Here's a nice picture of the figure, and then here's a bio. Even though you can't see it, you are welcome to pause and read it. And then here are the other figures in the wave. It says Marvel's Kang on the left, and then there's Scarlet Witch at the middle, and then at the right it says She-Hulk. And here's MODOK, and he has a little bubble thing that says collect them all and put them all in little yellow jumpsuits. Okay, moving on. So this Punisher figure is very cool. Detail, sculpting, everything about this figure is awesome. Articulation is very awesome. So pretty much there's no flaws other than the articulation just being just a tiny bit restricted. So anyways, if you see this figure, I definitely recommend you get this figure. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.